It's early evening. What I'm talking about, it's about 5 p.m. here in Japan. So I'm giving myself a challenge to come here and to connect and talk each day, starting this week. And this is the fourth day, one of the first hump, the bump to overcome. The third day is kind of okay with the flow. And then the fourth day is the first resistance on part of ourselves as in the human nature. So I'm not the exception. And today I was kind of on the edge, but I just would like to get going with it. Then I was wondering about what to talk and share. And Thursday, it's a throwback Thursday. Hello, Sonia. How are you? And one of these memories reminder comes from some platforms, and mine is mostly from Facebook. So many years ago, this day you post this and kind of stuff. I'm okay, thank you. Thank you for asking. So these things getting attention lately because being on the Facebook over a decade and then many years, like, wow, was it like 8 years ago, 5 years ago, like 12 years ago? There's a history, and then that gave me a clue of the time of the calendar season. In this particular day, I was connecting this type of awareness, that really became an information to get to know my own journey and where I am. So then thought that might be a good idea since this month, April, is about exactly a year after the Periscope ended their service at the end of the March last year and shifted into broadcasting from HAPS, in case of me. And then I met so many new friends as an HAP families and still connecting. And so I was actively putting myself out through HAPS to learning new features and then getting to know people. And then most every day here to commit to connect and talk. So I thought it's a good idea. A year ago, April, what I was sharing here on apps and then see how it connects. That was about the energy management, self-awareness, and self-bettering. I was sharing about and refreshing myself about what would be useful for sharing awareness and might be a good idea to pay attention to. And then found that this is from April 8th. Is this the 7th or 8th today, perhaps? Thursday, actually. So it's a Thursday. What I was sharing as in a throwback. Yeah, it was long. So when we change one thing, when we change one thing, and it reflects other area of our lives because we are whole person and one area change and that reflects a different area of our life. And is this okay to be changed in this way? Because I'm unsure about the choice that we make to change it. If it's clear for the change, and then we to dedicate to the change, right, intentionally, but unsure about which way it would be a good direction, and is this okay to change, since I came from the discipline that don't change if you choose to do this, commit to do that until whatever, so some idea of do not change, that discipline or idea is really like being part of me. So I had challenge. I noticed myself the resistance to change. Part of me is always so stay still is sort of like a good idea, but life is constant change, and there is only the sure things is the change. So the things change and never changing things, this distinction between two elements is was very confusing for me at some point. Nobody likes change. Mhm. So and then within the harmony of ideal balance. So when we change something, and the universe kick us to change it, force us to change, or we choose to change it. Either way, we get to change it anyway. And a year ago, I was wondering about that. Is that okay to change? Unsure about the changes this way, or stay still. And then within some harmonious oneness, it's the golden rule. It's the balancing. Then it is okay to change. And then if it's no resonance to what we expected, which is the better in, then choose again. It is okay to choose again. These simple lessons was kind of hard for me. It's like, if I don't like it, then I choose it again. So again, until it really feel fit. That's also a one way to choose. So without giving it up, but being flexible. So reminding that if we choose and don't like it, and then choose different idea, or again until it feel more resonating to the value that we are intending or welcoming, aligning to the ideal. And then again, that self choosing the ideal is also growing and changing. Oh, thank you for the heart. So it's like a chooser is also changing, growing, and the choice can be changed. The sure thing is like how we notice the resonance. It's the core essence, that the true love to self, or something really true to our soul's urge or our spirit guiding. We know that it's not calculating, but it's coming from the heart. That is the default sensor sensing that that's the resonance, that's the true north for our journey onward. So willing to change, and the willingness is openness and resisting. I'm just deny, resisting, no, 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 no. And as long as we're resisting that, and then a similar pattern energy is coming up, bringing by the universe in a different area of our lives, but the similar component, because we resist to deal with the particular energetic pattern. And if it's healthy for us and helping us, and then that's fine. But something stinky, but we know that it's just not ready yet and knowing that somehow when change it and then perhaps there's a different outcome or maybe the better. But right now, no, no, it's resistance. And then question is when. But that type of resistance and the openness is the when we can open and then we got to trust ourselves, the self trust and self love, and allow ourselves grow and experience something new, unknown yet. And then that's a little bit of scary because unknown, so fear comes up. And knowing that true north openly as we are protected, and then checking that safety net when we are in the survival situation, using whatever that available knowledge and experience and everything, and then radical self-trust to being open. And then through my own journey, we are all up and down on our life. And sometimes we go down there, and it's very difficult to trust self right after betrayal, experience, learning about what betray is, and then still digesting that lessons. And then when we are in that point of our life, and then it's very difficult to radical self trust. So just to know that where you are with that awareness also the healer, beginning of the healer of part of ourselves. And just be gentle to it. Yeah, so, but willingness, even if we cannot completely open and trust, but willing, I am willing. And then at the moment, experiencing, still digesting of the sour experience that I had yesterday, last week, last month, last year. Sometimes it's we need healing for like 3 years. For example, like a loved one's death, and then the other side transition, and then even if we know about it, but it's still physically as a person, as a human being, needing the earth moments to really digest that loss of something. So just being gentle to that, to where we are, what we are experiencing with the observer mode, to noticing, and then affirming that, okay, now I am this me digesting, but at the same time I'm willing. That coexistence is the multi simultaneous available gift for human being. I think this is quite unique to human, I suppose, to simultaneously think about, feel about the past and the future. Let's see other creature can think about the future, and then calculating that to, you know there are more of now focus kind of being, I think. So use the human gift in a way so we can have these emotions and ideas simultaneously. So digesting sour experience, hard, recovering, and then at the same time, open willingness. And then reminding what intended, seed out. This is the season for seed out for this upcoming month this year. So seed out what intended and what came through the action of initiation, conscious initiation, planting, and what grow, what comes out. And at some point we need to weed out for unexpected things to come and grow sometimes. um, so what grows, and then clean up. We want to clarify what we intended, what we expected from the seeding and rooting already, and to coming up, and then unexpected creature comes expecting bees, but flies also comes and mosquito also comes. We all these you know put in element that is not so much ideal in the package, but it's in the package. So we come up with some ideas to preventing the creation more ideal, organizing energetically, and so that's what that seeding out, and then notice what comes, and to what is growing, reminding, and then cleaning up. So that's what I was sharing exactly a year ago through HAPS. So Throwback Thursday. And yes, and I believe that I grown up with four seasons. So seems like four chunks each year, by season, is a cycle that I have to complete something. And then also I'm a believer of 90 days, 90, about the 3 month. It's the quarter is about good length of moments that to see some proof from what we planting as an a seed, and to dedicate for that, you know intentional creation. So to create the change and dedicating each day moments or a week to see and just check in, and then sometimes unexpected happy comes, challenges come, and then at the end of this 30 times 3 months, 90 days, and then we kind of align to the new version of ourselves, more closer to that person who is experiencing the chosen goals. Some goals align within that length, or some takes longer. It's up to our intentional creation and a goal. So I guess it's timely, and then I'm repeating this season of April as seeding out, and this year ago reminder is yeah, it's very digestible, good reminder for me too this day. So hope this will help you become check in your awareness and check in your seeding intentional creation for this season of spring. Yay. And then, yeah, this is the energy circle that we are co-creating. I posted on the Instagram, and I'm gonna handwrite your name or initial and some word that representing your goals or wishes as your new reality. Thank you. And then we send the energy, because these people are circle members, are conscious creator and intentionally choosing the goals and then working on it as a self bettering. So and then we support one another to make that happen, and putting the energy out here and knowing that you are not the only one working on it, we are doing together for our own intentional creation. That is actually powerful and feel being supported. And actually, I send every morning that energy as my ritual for as a healer to connect each one of the circle member, and then to adjust for harmonious oneness. And this is for my practice. So if you are interested in to support and being supported at the same time with a conscious creator for our own goals. Please join me going to Instagram, link from the bio, and then please join. I think I'm going to use the next full moon energy to put it in here. Normally, I use that new moon energy to seed it out and then set intention for then to write the word from each participant, the circle member. But was flow was different this time. So maybe the next week we have full moon. So that would be the good time to put the intention. So please feel free to join. I've been part of these field energy co-creating since when 2004. That was the first time. Yeah. Um, and then it's working on top of what we do to make it come true with our own power and resource. On top of that, you know, we did everything, and on top of it, help anyone to empower in this intentional creation, job interviews or love life or buying a house or, moving or, anything that it's really meaningful creation that we are making or the medical emergencies or surgeries during this journey that I was not so knowing it, learned about it, thinking about it. Oh yes, and then sending heat in at the very first couple of years. Like yeah, the energy, the feel the energy, it works, and then just knowing it, and then just doing it. But when I really needed the support energy for my surgery, the medical, procedure, and then I asked the healing after I've done everything that I could do for my own power, and then want to get the best out of everything, and then the miraculous things happen. It's like the unaffordable doctor's operation all of a sudden became available. It's like a magical. And then at the surgery that I needed to stay hospital longer, but being out 2 days earlier, that doctor amazed me how miraculously my body got healed and all that. I was just desperate to get whatever available to heal me or bring in the best of out of everything. And then so from there, it's nice to have something extra after you've done everything you could do for yourself or others, and just in case it works. So from then I'm just available for that to anyone for no charge as in a community, because at some point of our life we need those moments of healing. And it's nice that when you need it, and then we are here for you, and then you are there for them, that kind of energetic support that we can get. And then that's as in a community, that's what I'm doing as an energy circle. um, yes, Instagram, Ami Max Joy. Thank you for asking. Yeah, and so many it does work. And if it's not, then I'm not doing it, because I'm not making any money or anything from this. This is isn't a community, and then that's something that I could do for facilitating the energy and getting the request for any kind of healing, needs, and just in case it supports. And what I learned is that before I was so rely on healers, like I couldn't do anything. So I'm just finding a healer to fix me, almost like if giving up on own power. but we got to use our own power to do whatever to you're welcome whatever to do, and then on top of it, so I am taking any healing requests, like the family member going through surgery or a hard time, or and be in challenging situations, and then we just direct our energy because we are interconnected after all, and to work on that particular situation. So please send me the healing request. I'm always open to that. Post it here is fine. Also for personal message me over Twitter or Instagram. And then every morning that I basically send the healing energy to this. This is still creating the new for the season of spring, but I just send each the circle member energy, and then I also been supported at the same time. So yeah, please do. Okay, well, thank you for connecting. Throwback Thursday. That today's reminder, I think, was what was that? Change. When we change one thing, and that change reflect to other part of our life. So the idea is that if we have hard time changing something, and what is the easiest thing to change? Least charged area. If very much charged with the families or friendship, and then maybe quickly doing change at the work, or if the work or career area is over dedicated, and then what is the easiest things that you can create the change in your life? Maybe just changing time to take a shower or to the water temperature, whatever that to it, the little change is reflect to one way, and then that could be enough to create the massive change. That's a good reminder, though, especially if you're a denial type, like myself, like not changing much, don't change. Before the universe kicking us to, hey, change, move on. And then we want to change. So little by little, the easy one as a dust strategy, that the dust is coming little by little. And then eventually we need to wipe up the dust. So it's a little by little, and then it becomes a powerful force. That's the reminder. Thank you for joining, and thank you for connecting from Twitter. I appreciate that. Your support. I feel connected, live in the heart, and little wheat. Thank you, Sonia. Blessing. And you have a wonderful night and day, and I see you tomorrow. That's my commitment for this season so far. And look forward to connecting with you soon. Bye. Thank you.